Hello guys, it's Ivan here checking in as always. First things first, hope you guys are well. Second, as far as today's concept goes, I couldn't come up with what to talk about in this video, so while I dropped on my bed thinking about what to talk about, I remembered a few videos that I made about importance of taking action, and one of them was basically to get off your head. Now obviously I think first things first about that topic, it's everything has its ups and downs, and as much as it's also a good thing to be in your head, I also think there are other detrimental factors that come with being inside your head. Like obviously one, rather the most common one, which is like the worst one, is being inside your head. You tend to overthink things, which in turn makes you come up with excuses when you overthink things. For example, if you see someone that you think could potentially be interesting, or could you're fascinated by, or you think is hot, and instead of actually making the effort to go to talk to them and find out if they're actually indeed interesting in ways that might interest you or might trick you or might make you want to invest in them, you start making excuses because you're inside your head. Obviously you're thinking all these things. Oh, maybe, so if it's a girl and you fancy her, or you think she's fit, you might start thinking along the lines of, maybe she's got a boyfriend, she's too hot to be single, or maybe she's not friendly, maybe she might think I'm a douchebag, maybe she might not think I'm interesting enough. For all of these things that are coming to you, you're literally just making excuses when you could literally just walk up to her and find out if she's any of these things, for that matter. Obviously you can't necessarily think that she might not be any of these things, but you won't know until you actually ask her or you go up there and find out, right? That's, at least to me, one of the most detrimental fact about being inside your head. You tend to overthink things, and thereby in the end you're in a sense creating invisible boundaries that are not necessarily supposed to be there. So you're living life in a cage, so to speak. You're caging yourself out. You're basically in the prison of your own mind, because every time you see something that you might think could be interesting, you end up talking yourself out, thinking yourself out of it. You end up making up excuses as to why you shouldn't do it. And funny thing is, you tend up to make like tons of excuses as to why you shouldn't do it, when in the actual sense you actually need one excuse as why you shouldn't do something. You don't necessarily need that many. I had this joke from a comedian that went along the lines of, I don't know if it was a comedian, but anyway, doesn't matter. He made this joke about, dumb people who are not very productive or boring people. They tend to come up with too many reasons or too many excuses as to why they don't like something, which which is dumb or stupid and unnecessary. You just need one reason as to why you shouldn't do something. Why come up with the many, right? It's just too funny. That explains just how deeply dumb or stupid these people are. They come up with 5 or 10 excuses why something shouldn't work. You only need one reason why something shouldn't work. You don't need 10 of them. Now this is stupid to come up with 10, right? But anyway, yeah, back to the point. Yeah, being inside your head, that's one of the most toxic and definitely detrimental aspect of it. So get out of your head, go up there, meet that person if you think they're interesting. Yes, I can't promise that every time you go up to a stranger and trying to meet them or trying to make conversation with them, it will reciprocate or will turn out your way. But the beautiful thing about the uncertainty of life, and I'm sure I've talked about this, is the mere fact that you don't know when you will meet that person who will not reciprocate the niceness, which is very rare. The mere fact that you don't know when that will happen means that you cannot stop yourself from go out there meeting new people just because they might turn out to be rude or whatever. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.